Hello and welcome to a well overdue cosplay video. Today I'm going to be styling this Idia Shroud wig from Twisted Wonderland. Made things just slightly easier for myself, just barely, and by a pre-made Idia Shroud wig. There's just so much hair. It came with this extra little bit to clip on to make it even longer. I don't know why they didn't just, sew long wefts into it. It doesn't really work in my opinion. I tried. But I'm undoing it because I want to use those extra long wefts of hair, and I'm saving a lot of them. I actually didn't use a good majority of the ones I've salvaged from that extra little bit. I don't know what to call it, extra little hair piece. I actually plan on using some of those wefts to make an ortho wig in the future. I don't know when, but it's on the list. Now we're getting to the crimping part. You might be more prepared for this than I am because I normally don't do long wigs. I've done 3 long wigs in my entire life. Melanor, General Lilia, and now Idia. And so I have this tiny little crimper. So this took a very long time, and my hand hurt by the end of it. If you're new to wig styling, this will just make it look a lot thicker and poofier. We wanted to make it look like there is a lot more hair. So as you can see, when you crimp the wig, you're essentially melting, synthetic wigs, it's plastic, so you're essentially just melting the plastic. So when you crimp it, when you curl it, when you straighten it, you don't really need to do when straightening it. You just want to hold it in the position that you want it to go until the plastic cools down, and then there you go. So the crimping makes it look thicker, and the heating it up will train the hairs to go in the direction you want it to go in. And so now I'm trying to make that little extra little flame that's on the top of his head and hiding that really awful parting that came with this pre-bought wig. And my muse, I paid way too much money for this figure because it was no longer available and I had to buy it on eBay. Just like how I was doing with the top of the wig, crimping to give it more floofiness, make it look like there's more hair, and the melting of the fake hair, the plastic. And I'm using a bunch of little pins. I have better pins now that are longer, especially this wig, but any wigs in general. Just overdo it with the pins to train the hair how you want it to go. It does not need to be the cleanest right now. You just want it to go in the general direction you want it to go in. Again, this is just kind of the mapping out stage. And for this part, I stole my mother's curling iron. You can use a flat iron if you're used to curling your own hair or wig hairs with a flat iron. Heating up the wig hairs, letting it cool down in the direction or the shape you want it to go in. I'm keeping them in place with a bunch of little pins and essentially making really messy pin curls. That's how I found to do this wig is just the pin curls. I want to curl it to mimic, you know, fire. That was the really stressful part about this wig, is like I want it to look as much like fire as I could possibly do. I didn't structure that sentence correctly, but you know what I mean. But as you can see, once it's cooled down, it kind of gives that flame shape, and then you want to just put it or sculpt it into shape that looks more like how you want it to stay forever. Swirl, you know, the curling, the pin curls of the hair definitely start to give it that fire shape, and you know, you're essentially making curls, just making them point upwards instead of downwards. At least with the shorter bits, it's a lot harder when it comes to the very, very long pieces of hair, where you will see, you know, in a few minutes that I'm just kind of curling them. As you can see with the longer bits, I'm making those pin curls, but I have to keep them in my hand. Again, just like normal, letting the plastic fibers cool off in my hand, and then giving them a healthy dousing of Got2b hairspray. Using a blow dryer on the low setting really helps, you know, make the process a little faster. Not that this is a fast process. This wig took way too goddamn long because I have to, you know, juggle this with a bunch of other stuff I'm doing, and also I was getting really bored and irritated, you know, trying to figure out this wig. So this took maybe over a month to do. You're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again, which normally I don't mind, but just when it comes to wigs, it's extra irritating. I really would like in the future to redo this wig to make it even more fiery. My initial plan, which was, it was way too ambitious, didn't even attempt to try it, was I really wanted to put lights in this wig to make it look really fiery. Never done anything like that before, and I did not want to try it with this wig. I'm not very skilled with long wigs just yet. I'm still learning. Oh, also when you want to trim the end pieces, trim at an angle, not straight across. It'll look less blunt. I got this little shitty airbrush machine. It's not my favorite in the world, and you also can't really see it well on camera because it's a very slow process, but I'm trying to add more depth to the wig. I didn't film all of it, but trying to deepen up certain parts with a dark blue. But yeah, this is how I made my Idia Shroud wig, and I'm really happy with it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to have more cosplay or just videos done in the future. I'm really shitty and really have no motivation to edit videos anymore, so we'll see when I get my next video out, but I will see y'all later.